Yeah. Really? No, really?
Really.
Really? Keeping it 100. This years later now. Was your
Years later.
intention solely to be like, hey, if you got some designs, or was that your way
No,
in to
no.
be
The thing
like,
is, I've never like put myself out there on a man. I've never tried to talk to a man. If they want to talk to me, they come to me. I've never put myself out there. So I put myself out there to you, and you was like, hey, you not looking. You wasn't looking for a girlfriend or a relationship or whatever. I'm like, that's cool. But if you want me to critique some designs, I'd be more than happy. I was cool with that. I mean, I was fine. It was really true. I'm a good-hearted person.
That's true.
So,
but yeah, that's true. People have their ulterior motives.
Right, and that wasn't
they
it.
weigh in. You know what I'm saying? That's before. Was Twitter out then? I don't know.
No, I don't know anything. I didn't know anything about Twitter. I knew.
Yeah, so I know Instagram definitely wasn't out.
No,
back
definitely.
then. Instagram wasn't out there, so you couldn't slide in my DMs or nothing like that. What was it?
I'm trying to think.
The
What was it?
tag.
I need a suit tag. I need my money back. It was free.
I don't even know how many
people
was using tag, but tag.
My sister told me about tag, so I'm like, let me get on tag. And then I got on tag, and I seen this man, with a chessboard in front of him, just had this nice little pose or whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna message him. Should have left him where he was at.
And just straight up out front, can a failed relationship work again? What's your take on that?
Seeing where we're at today, yes, it can. It takes work, but it can. I know a lot of times they say, hey, he's an ex for a reason or she's an ex for a reason. But there was a reason why y'all came together the first time. And if it happens again, you don't make the same mistakes you make the first time, and you work at it. So yeah, I believe it can. And
So, like the change part of it, I think that's the biggest part. Like, because a lot of times you miss a person, because you have all those warm and fuzzies. A lot of times we think about the good times. We focus on the good times and stuff like that, and how they made you feel, and whatever. They had some money to give you, if the sex was good, whatever.
Right.
You look at though, and that's just human nature. You look at the good. You try to find the good in people, and you kind of latch on to that.
Right, and you get blinded by the bad. You keep that, you push that out to the side. You don't want to visualize what happened bad in the relationship. You just want to hold on to what's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you just look at that part, then and you go back, then and none of that other stuff, that the bad part has been resolved or that person's worked on that, then yeah, you're gonna have a bad relationship, or it's not gonna work because it's gonna fail for the same reason that it failed
the
before.
First time. Yeah.
So with me, I had a lot to work on, a whole lot to work on. Me going to therapy was huge. The relationship I got in after me and you broke up was pivotal in my healing, so to speak. And for that, like that reason though, was because I was living with this person, and at no time I think in my life did I see the results or see the aftermath of a relationship, so to speak. So it was like, me, my personality is like, all right, if it don't work, then I need to move on.
Right.
And my mindset is I need to move on.
Right.
Like
that's it.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Let's go.
I'm not looking back and all that type. But this time it forced me to look at and see how things happen, because we were still living in the same place even after we broke up. That was brutal, you know. But she loved me, a lot, and the things that I've done, in a relationship, I just saw, I don't know how it all played out, or I don't know how to say it. Um, I just don't know before how people felt, or if she was just so much in love type of thing to where I saw how it affected her, and I was like, yo, I can't keep doing this. I've always wanted to be a better person, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak, or wanted to uh, 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 not leave damage in the wake of a relationship type of thing, um, but I don't know, just for me, it hit different this time, and I was like, okay, that's when I was like, yo, I need to seek some help, type
Mm-hmm.
of thing. Um, so yeah, that's what happened. Then I got into a space where I was like, yo, I'm not messing around with anybody else. I just need to, heal myself and all that, and find out what's wrong. What am I dealing with? All that type of stuff, and then just kind of went from there. And you know, so I'm definitely a better person. I mean, even in our relationship, like
Right.
I I look I look and I listen and I speak a different way. Well, at least I do. You can answer to that. Like, because I may think I'm doing a certain thing, and that's how we are in guys in relationships anyway. Well, just any relationship. I ain't gonna say guys, but females
Right.
be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, blah blah blah. But are you really? So, but so I'll let you speak to the change part of it. But long story short, you have to change those things that cause the problem in the first place. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't see any real change, then nah, it ain't gonna work. You gotta see some active change, not
Mm-hmm.
just words. Where I'm telling you like, yeah, it's gonna be better, baby, and
Right.
come on back, and I miss you, and all
And then
that type
things
of
go back
stuff.
to the same way when you get back. Nothing ever changes, just the words. Um, but yeah, I get you. And the thing about it is, another thing about a second time in a relationship is just meeting that person where they're at. Don't expect too much from them. I mean, I know before I wanted you to do this, 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 and I wanted it to happen immediately, and I realized, okay, it's not gonna happen immediately. So just meeting you where you're at in your life, and then helping you move forward, or helping our relationship move forward. That's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
And yes, you have changed a whole lot. I mean, it's kind of scary. No, I'm just playing. But you have in a good way. And the thing is, you're constantly, trying. Where before, I mean, Charlotte, I'll do better, and then you do better for a little while, then you go back to being the same dude. But now it's just totally different. You gonna do better, and you do better, and it don't change.
Let me see. My question. One of my first questions I got here. No, ladies first. I'll do that.
Okay, what is your idea of a relationship? Look, I can't even get it out.
All right. Idea of a relationship. Um, Well, broad sense,
Mhm.
I'm very analytical and all that stuff. But broad sense is just, two parties coming together for a common purpose,
Mhm.
the overall. But when you start talking about, a man and woman, type
Mhm.
of relationship and stuff like that, I just think it's about having the other person's best interest in mind. Like, so, whatever that person wants to do, um, you know, I want to be, I want to help facilitate that. I want to help you be the best version of yourself,
Right. Right.
possible type of thing. So anything that person want to do, I want to be like, yo, let me help you out. Let me encourage you. Let me do whatever it is, whatever it takes. So it's just
Right.
like, it's just like two people coming together and just making things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just making each other happy. You know, um, and we can go more into that happiness part of it, but uh, just making each other happy, making each other feel safe, encouraging each other. That's when I think relationship. That's what I think about. I think about, like your best friend or something like that, somebody
Mhm.
you can just share
Right.
things with, Um, and that's a hard thing for me, as far as emotions and all that type of stuff, being able to share that with somebody else. Because for me, what I've dealt with was people taking that part of me and using that against me.
Right, right.
So I'm not like, yo, man, I'm good. I'm not trying to tell you how I feel or none of that stuff or any type of emotions or anything like that. Cause, next thing you know, you gonna be like, oh, you a sucker for this or that, or you
Right.
blah blah. I'm dealing with all that. But so that's in short. But yeah, what's your definition?
Basically, I mean, you said it all. I mean, just a relationship where you can talk. I mean, where you got somebody that you can talk to, and if you have a problem, you can go to them, and they don't judge you, and that's the biggest, like you said, that's the biggest thing, people judging you for what's going on in your life, instead of trying to just be a good listener, and let you know that everything is going to be all right, and we'll help each other through it. So that's one thing, and just like having that support. um yeah, having a good support team behind you, and stay with you when there's good times and bad times, and not see trouble and run for the hills. So just basically a relationship that's growing, and hitting different levels, and not staying content.